Call your mum.
Morning, gamers. Bit of a weird, unproductive day today. But we're here. I can tell that I'm a little bit unfocused today, so I'm gonna take the fights as slow as I can. Quick round of Pokédoku to get those juices flowing, though. And then we'll do a Reddit review. A normal type from Galar, huh? Starting off strong. What the fuck do you even pick here? I'm already fucking lost as shit, man. I'm skipping this one for now. A legendary from Galar. I can never remember what generations a Rude is from, but I think it might be a mythical anyway. You know what? What about Eternatus Eternamax? That's a legendary. I'm just gonna lock in Urshifu here. I'm sorry. Sorry to do it to you. Galar normal type. What kind of normal types were they cooking up in Galar, man? Oh. Wait, no. Fuck. I have no idea. Oh, what about Lanoon Galar? Normal type from Paldea. That's an easy squawkabilly white plumage. Legendary from Paldea. I'm gonna slam the... Armor Rouge doesn't count, right? That guy's not legendary at all. I have no idea who counts as legendary and who doesn't in that fuck-ass region. I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you. Like, I'm about to go Miraidon, I swear to God. Like, I don't think Walking Wake is a legendary. Palafin isn't legendary, is it? Like, it makes it really hard for me to, like, is like Monkey Dory, is that a mythical? Pecharunt, is that a mythical? I don't know. Like, I literally, I'm slamming it. All right, cool. Paldea, Area 0, Dark type. That's a little bit easier, I think. I could just go low kicks, I guess. Yeah, sure, why not? There's like King a bit and stuff, but wait, we could do. Wait. I don't know, man. I'm going low kicks, but it's a bad answer. Normal monotype. I'm gonna go my personal pocket pick Minchino here. A monotype legendary is gonna be Silvally from my end. And a dark type monotype is going to be Persian Alola. Okay. I think this is a terrible round. Apparently not. Apparently we're top 95%, 5th percentile. That's okay. 5th percentile is okay. We got 2nd percentile yesterday, just saying. Part 2, caught up in plot, he'll overreact. Is this a hidden? No. Caught up in plot, he'll overreact. It looks like it's a hidden. Otello? It's an Antlet. Does Otello overreact? We just never did any Shakespeare in school, so. Well, I guess we did Romeo and Juliet for drama, but. Entire play is him overreacting. Got it. If you don't know Shakespeare, it's a tricky one. I mean, you just see the hidden, right? German overreaction. Oh yeah, let's see you solve. Let's see you solve a minute cryptic where the answer is a fucking Leiden des jungen Werther character. Let's see you solve some clues about Kafka. The trial. Zum Besuch der alten Dame. Whenever my girlfriend gets really drunk, she starts just reciting the entirety of Der Erlkönig in a really dramatic voice. Okay, I've been informed that it is in fact Wednesday and not time for Reddit review, so let's just play some Pokemon. Okay, we're in Eternal Forest. We'll take the fight slow because I can feel that I'm not locked in today. So we'll play extra careful. Try to not let the dopamine demons win. The dopamine gremlins that live in our brain. We'll try to keep them distracted and away from the controls. Quick, I guess, overview of the run. This is one of those runs, if you do a lot of nuzlocking, you kind of know. Some runs just feel, it's not even about the box or about the amount of deaths or whatever. They just feel good. And I think it's just to do with if you've played like a couple of key fights well. It's not, like, I lost 2 on Rourke. I even made a mistake on Rourke, but I feel like I played well enough throughout most of the fights where, like, I don't mind as much having, like, kind of mid encounters, because I just feel like some runs just feel different. This just feels like one that has potential. I don't know why, and it's oftentimes a self-fulfilling prophecy because those are the runs where you lock in more on fights and stuff like that. Like, if you've just done a lot of runs, there's just runs that give that energy of, like, a run that's going to PB, you know? And I'm not even saying that run has that energy yet, because something could still absolutely go wrong on Gardenia or Eternal Forest. Our Gardenia is not looking very good, but this run definitely has a lot of positive energy. It's just when I think of this run, I get excited. I feel like I've been kind of pretty good at solving this puck fight, so let's take it again. It's the Dunsparce diff. I think Dunsparce definitely helps. It's an exciting encounter. It's really fun, and it's really strong, and it just helps in a lot of positions. It's just one of those Pokemon you can just slap onto any team and just stat check stuff in the early game. Let's think about how we want to take out this coughing. We don't have good options for it. No psychic type in this box really hurts for situations like these. But, I mean, that doesn't really make me want to take Trinculo either. Especially because if we take Trinculo, we have to take Mercury after, and I don't think this is a good box for Mercury, so... Like, pretty much the only times I would actually do Mercury is if I had exactly Shuckle and Golbat. What's up, Charlie? I think I've seen this Delcatty not kill this coughing in the past. I could be wrong. I'm like low attack, so the fake out isn't gonna hit, but we do have 24 special attack IV. Maybe this is the play. We definitely have to remember to pre-sleep and maybe even bring a grounded poison type. Delcatty would bring out Metang, which is fine. I think we just go Chestnut and burn it. But then you want to switch to something that brings out Baltoy, which is a little spooky. Or something that brings out Sudowoodo, rather. So you need kind of something that doesn't die to burned Metang self-destruct crit. That's a little difficult. Alternatively, this is where if we had a calc, it would be so much easier, right? We would just make sure that Delcatty actually kills the coughing, and if it does, we pre-damage Delcatty to be dead to Brick Break, and then we just bring in Sandslash. However, I think Sandslash sometimes doesn't kill this Metang either, so I guess that line doesn't really work anyway. So now the question is there something we can switch into Metang that will not die to burn self-destruct crit and that baits Sudowoodo? Because the thing is, because I don't think anything can handle the Baltoy threatening to explode, right? That's kind of the issue. That's why we want to bring out the Baltoy last. In these fights that have a bunch of boom mons, the way you kind of want to approach it is you want to check which Pokemon can my box not handle, or which Pokemon is my box the worst at handling if it can explode. And you want to route the fight in a way where that Pokemon gets hit out last, right? So in that case, that's Baltoy, because Chestnut can be in on both Metang and Sudowoodo and just kind of Will-O-Wisp them recover and just kind of wait for them to die. I do think that Sandslash can maybe just come in after the burn and take it out, and then beat Sudowoodo. I think that's usually how I play this fight, and it's usually fine. And then we want to go back to Mag and burn the Pseudo, and probably just stay in until it dies. Just pump the XP into Chestnut. I think my Chestnut XP management has been very strong. What mon do you think is the best encounter early game? Well, it depends on what you mean. I do think it is Wormadam for, like, specifically Rourke Split. I think if you include Fantina Split, I already don't have enough experience to confidently say. I think for me personally, it's Shuckle. Because you just, especially if you play blind, or if you play Calculus / blind, you just can gain so much control with a defensive Pokemon that can Encore stuff. The value in Wormadam is, like, yeah, it does solve a lot of things that are otherwise very hard to solve, but, like, the real shit is, like, the roll compression on Rourke allows you to be so flexible with your encounter routing, which is really important for people that kind of get deeper runs than me, because they want to delay a bunch of early game shit and a bunch of encounters and stuff and a bunch of evolutions, which you can't really afford if you don't have the Wormadam early, you know? I've had Luxray on Fantina Split, not on Maylene Split. I know that Pokemon's ridiculous, though. I just think that Shuckle... I would say that Shuckle solves a similar amount of problematic fights to Wormadam, if not more. But obviously is, like, way worse for encounter routing, right? Because you usually have to invest a lot of encounters into it to get it off the Rock Smash table. Like, it doesn't have the same macro implications. Like, Wormadam is kind of macro positive, and Shuckle is kind of macro negative. Unless you like specifically route early game honey trees to get like force Wormadam, which I think is just a mistake, because if you don't get it on Rourke Split, then you just don't get the same amount of value out of it in a macro sense. Okay. Let's make a decision now on how to handle this Sudowoodo. Or rather the Baltoy. I think we just pump the XP into Chestnut. I think it's fine. Well, it depends a little bit. If I can make a switch on Pseudo, that'd be nice. I'm not sure if Wheezing takes a crit boom though. Like, okay, I think we just play it safe. And then just find something for Baltoy. What is the Baltoy answer? I think it's not Dunsparce. We're switching into Earth Power. Vespiquen would be fantastic, but I don't think we have that option. Just too many poison types in this box, man. I think we'd have to go like Fearow and just tank a Charge Beam. Yeah, I think that's fine. And we'll bring this guy as backup, and then we want a grounded poison type, I think, to pick up the toxic. Well, we can just go Pecha Berry on Chestnut, actually, and it's like completely fine. And then we actually do, but let's bring one. Let's bring like Swalot, I think. Seems good to me. Or Arbok, I guess, is the most disposable. Yeah, let's do Arbok. Okay. Level-wise, I think we can usually afford 26 Delcatty here. We can definitely afford 26 Delcatty here. I think everything else is fine. I think you want to leave a lot of room for XP on Fearow, because it might take a lot of XP in the gym trainers. I think this is just the team, and then we go Pecha Berry, I said, on Chestnut for when it comes in a second time and is no longer pre-slipped. And then we can do stuff like putting a focus band here in case it's like coughing, surviving. I'm gonna go Berry on someone, probably on Arbok, in case I really want to switch in and catch an explosion, in case shit goes like super awry. And then I think it's probably worth it to like, because if we're bringing out Dunsparce, shit's probably going down, so maybe putting an Oranberry here isn't the worst idea. And then I'll just go, not that it matters, but I'll go Quick Claw on this guy, I guess. Still has a Rost Berry. That seems not necessary. We might as well do like a... We might as well do a Rost Berry, I guess, in case it switches into Sudowoodo Fire Punch or some shit like that. Yeah, resetting for encounters is, like, always going to be optimal in any game ever, right? But, like, there is a certain point where, like, here's the thing. Here's, I think, what everybody just needs to realize, and I think a lot of people who are, like, starting to get into the community and starting to be active in the community, too, like, still don't understand. Like, this is a weird gaming space that we're in, right? Like, so much of Nuzlocke is like culture. It's a self-imposed rule set and has always started as such. And I don't think the community will ever want or fully incorporate a game that incorporates the rule set entirely into itself. People like the flexibility and the kind of weirdness and ruggedness, at least me, of the self-imposedness. And part of that is always going to be stuff like, how much are you willing to reset in the early game for encounters, right? Like, so much of playing in Nuzlocke is about deciding for yourself what the most fun rule set is going to be, to tell the story that you want, and then sticking to that exactly. And no amount of game optimization is going to and no amount of changes to a ROM will ever get rid of that part, in my opinion. Like even in Run and Bun, which is a very well-balanced game that has a lot of stuff already incorporated, there's still so many people that play that game in vastly different styles. Even just when it comes to like early resetting for encounters and stuff like that, right? And there will always be like new self-imposed rules that pop up. And I think to a lot of people that is, especially if you're new to the community, or if you've been in the community and haven't really reflected on this, that is a bug. That is like something that's wrong with this style of gaming. But I think if you think about it, and if you've been in the community for a while, you realize it's a feature. And it's really important to the community that everybody has their own individualized rule set and their own individualized run. And I think it's something that is really hard to communicate, or for people who come from other gaming communities to fully understand how that part of the community works, you know? And it does lead to like issues, right? In terms of like accessibility in the community and the genre. Is like, where do you even start if you want to do your first Nuzlocke? There's no answer to this. Pretty much every other game is just like, hey, just load up this game and play, except for League of Legends. But there is so much emphasis on that individuality. And that's why my answer for best first Nuzlocke game is always going to be your favorite game or the one that looks the most interesting to you. So yeah, let's focus on this fight. I don't think this is dead at all, man. I do have low attack and high special attack. This might be dead.
Crush it, goat.
Nice. Don't have to worry about Custap Berry explosions. I think I would have just gone to Arbok if that had survived, because I have Chillin' Berry. Okay. We're going to burn this with Chestnut, and then kill it with Sand Slash, because we want to bait Sudowoodo before we bait Baltoy, so that Baltoy is last and can't explode. Okay. Nice. Dead to crit into Miss Will-O-Wisp into crit there. Oh wait, yeah, this is Lumberry. I'm still technically did a high roll crit here, I think. So like this is not safe. We're still not out. It's a high crit move. Just keep it steady. We're chilling. We're making progress. Just in terms of recover PP economy here, it would be nice if we didn't get crit this turn. I guess this is kind of the problem with not, with going Pecha Berry over Quick Claw. Maybe I should have found a way to like weave in the Gulp and Switch in or something. I think I could just do it, on Pseudo, but I mean, we have Pecha Berry now, so it's fine. Want to hit this Will-O-Wisp as well. We have to get pretty unlucky, I think, to not win this matchup. Remember, Chestnut always has the same stats at this point. I think for this guy to actually 2-would KO you with crits is just, like, unlikely in terms of rolls. And now we're just chilling. Squirk, what the fuck, man? Okay. I don't think Boom Crit kills me on that switch in. He did used to be Naive Nature and is now Quiet Nature. That's true. There is story potential there. All right, Chestnut. I got even more for you to do on this fight, man. But this is a lot more chill. I'm actually faster too, so. Nice. I don't think I've missed a single Will-O-Wisp with Chestnut yet this run. I think I missed the Snover. I think if you were doing calc like everyone else, that you'd be able to keep up pace. Well, it's a good thing we don't have to find that out because I'm not playing calc. Kind of nice, right? Kind of takes a lot of pressure off of me. Makes you think, right? So I want to, I mean, like, I kind of want to divert just a little bit of XP off of Chestnut here. The only thing I can, like, reasonably switch here is Arbok, and, like, it would be like Arbok into, it can randomly Woodhammer Arbok, right? Just the fact that I can, like, always randomly explode or Woodhammer on, like, a Sandslash switch in is kind of ass. I just know that I'm probably going to use Chestnut a lot on Venus as well. And, maybe I don't have to. We'll see. And then I'm obviously using Chestnut on Uranus Francisco. I think it works. I think it works out. Like, you can beat Chestnut 28 after Forest and actually be, like, exactly fine. Let's just stay in, I think. I think we just go for the kill. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only other person doing Calculus is Zephyr now, right? Because Moxie started using Calx. Zeph, sorry. Should always be Earth Power. My one viewer streamer doesn't calc, he's on Fantina. Okay, based. Opinions on Iceman? I have not listened to it and I have no plans to. Don't think I'm dead to crit, but you know what? Now that I think about it, I might be. This thing does a lot of damage, man. Never mind. I'm the GOAT. There's no way this can go first now, right? It's Life Orb, yeah. Okay. W strats despite not being locked in. We're chilling. I think I have a pretty good Firo lead on this next fight. Firo should lead into the speed roll, I think. It is plus speed bead roll, but Firo is just so fast. My Firo XP is pretty good. It's going to get a lot from bead roll. And I do kind of want to stop using it at 27. But I don't know if I'm even bringing it to Terra Luna, to be honest, so... You inspired me to stop using calc at my job, and now I... now I lost my job? What are you, a civil engineer? That's probably not good. Okay, we could do Magby lead. I think I did that last time. Or not last time, but I think I did that once. If we don't want to pump the XP into Firo, but I think it's actually completely fine to do this. Is the baiting good? I think is the main question. I think either baits Pupitar, but this always baits Rock Slide, which is kind of better. It's male. Magby is also male, so that doesn't matter. That's probably good. We need... Okay, so the kind of puzzle for this fight I figured out is you kind of need to find a female Pokemon that can take Pupitar and a female Pokemon that can take Shelgon. And generate tempo off of switching into attracts. Which is a really cool theme for a fight named Galactic Venus. We have female Dunsparce. I think that this can probably take on Shelgon. But I'm not sure. What gender is Weezing? Male? Female on this guy, but I don't think he does enough. He does anything to Pupitar. Unless we had kept Mega Drain, which I probably should have done, because that could give us a unique role, I suppose. Bibarel with Dive into Quick Attack seems like the play here. But Bibarel is male, so it's kind of... Yeah, you're seeing the issue, right? It's like, I would have an answer for this, but it's the wrong gender, and if you switch into Attract, you're just fucked. Caesar is female. Perfect. So Caesar's gonna bait Carnivine, you just go into a pre-slept... Poison type. I think in this case, can I do this guy? I'm actually faster. That's just wonderful. Wait, what's your poison move though? Poison jab. That's gonna be good enough, I think. That also actually just straight up removes the toxic spikes, which is nice. And that is going to bait...
I'm normally a daily watcher. But I want to say that your
Shelgon.
first Fantina cliffhanger is a demon Pokemo rage.
You mad, bro? We could go to male Azumarill. and just super slamma this guy, but we're low attack. It won't attract as we switch out of Gulpin is the thing, but you can't like pivot a bunch. It's actually such a genius design on these guys. I never know how intentional this stuff is, but like you because of the gender of these and the AI flag that makes this guy spam attract on the male Pokemon, you can't just be like, you have to like plan the switch in perfectly, usually such that the previous Pokemon gets killed by a male Pokemon, and then the female Shelgon or Pupitar comes in and wants to attract, so you get your free switch to your counter. And normally you could combat this, you could play around this by like pivoting ones into like, okay, I have my female Pokemon out, I'll go into my male Pokemon first, bait the attract, and then go over. But because they have Dragon Dance, you actually can't do that, right? You actually lose that advantage because they get the Dragon Dance off for free. It's just a really cleverly designed fight. I could just go Sand Slash, but Sand Slash XP, I mean, Sand Slash XP is fine. It's actually, you don't ever bring Sand Slash to Terra Luna, right? What, it doesn't do anything on this fight, on that fight, I think. Unless you keep Rock Throw and you can use Rock Throw on Scyther. Is this actually Sand Slash's last fight on this split? Why does he D-dance instead of attract? Well, he would D-dance if you had your female Pokemon out. Basically what I'm saying is if you kill the previous Pokemon with a female Pokemon, you can't do the free switch because he wouldn't use attract. He would use Dragon Dance. Which is maybe fine if you go into another female Pokemon that can take the +1/+1 guy, which is what I'm doing here. Probably. But I think there's a lot of positions where that's just not possible, right? And then you would want to pivot to get the free switch, but you can't take advantage of that free switch because it's not actually a free switch because you can Dragon Dance as you pivot. Can someone help me get a job is a really funny Twitch message. Yo, shoot your shot, King. I think this is Sand Slash's last fight on this split. I think we just go 28 Sand Slash for the Shelgon. You could even chain the Stunky afterwards. I think the main thing that I might struggle on is... do I maybe want to kill Carnivine with a male poison type, actually? It would be Wheezing in that case. Wheezing XP is actually completely fine. We can just do that. Is Wheezing fast enough? Yes. It does only have Sludge. Makes that a little bit harder. Because I don't think it actually kills the Carnivine then. So, but you will still not get sleep powdered, so it's fine. Okay. Okay, what's my backup mon? I actually don't hate Bibarel here. It's probably just Chestnut though. $27 Seeking, 28 on Sandslash. Keeping Mudshot. We can go 27 on this guy. He probably doesn't even come out, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure we remember to pre-sleep and equip some items. Not a lot to think about. Most likely to be sacked is probably Seeking. One of the problems with this team, but I think it's fine, is I mean, Dunsparce is only backup, right? Because it's you. Okay. In that case, I think I would actually like to bring a Pokemon that I'm willing to sacrifice. If your box, if your line allows for it in a fight and you just are bringing backup Pokemon, sometimes it's good to look at your team one last time and be like, if I was in a really bad situation and I had to sack with this team, who would I sack? And if there's no Pokemon that you're like okay with sacking, it's maybe time to swap someone out. This is why I like the focus band being in this game, because it's just a reminder of that, you know? Because you generally want to put it on the Pokemon that you're most likely to sack. That's a good short, actually. So in that case, I just kind of saw... I was bringing Dunsparce for backup in case something went wrong, so it was expendable. So I swapped it for Arbok, which I'm willing to sacrifice way more. Quick Claw on... I think Sandslash for sure.
At work, feeling like I'm playing Emerald Kaizo. Thanks for all the second screen content.
I got you. Putting an Oranberry on Seeking here because I have...
Scared by an Applebee's ad helped remind me to renew my sub.
Why do I have 7 Oranberries? Is that normal? Anyway, I didn't get Shuckle. Oh, I probably just didn't use some on Rourke, huh? Yeah. Okay. I think this team is good. I think I like the Oranberry on Seeking here in case something goes wrong with Pupitar.
Yee-haw.
To you too, my friend. I think my levels are good, right? Looks good to me. Having too many poison types is actually so ass because you can't trade anything for Nomu, yeah. Alright, quick little Furo kill. Furo XP is actually so fine right now for this box, so I'm willing to take a high XP kill here. I think the Furo that I had that swept the first gym trainer in Gardenia's gym was like almost a max attack Furo, right? I don't think a Furo of this caliber can do that. Yeah, you see there, I made sure to kill the previous Pokemon with a male Pokemon, making it really likely for this Pupitar to attract, and then making sure that my counter, this Pupitar, is female, to switch into the attract, giving me a free switch in. Now, if it was a the other way around, if the previous Pokemon was female, right? And then Seeking was also female, I wouldn't be able to get that free switch, and it would be really threatening because of Dragon Dance, and I wouldn't be able to pivot to get an attract either because he would get the Dragon Dance off no matter what. So that's kind of what I'm saying about the really clever design of this fight, especially because it's designed around attract, and it's Galactic Venus. It's all pretty clever. Anyway, Caesar is really good at taking this out. You just dive, he Dragon Dances up, and you just Aqua Jet him. Okay. So this should be very likely to be a sleep powder. So I had a bunch of poison types that counter this Carnivine, and I made sure to bring the one that's male, because I know that I'm baiting Shelgon after this, which is another Dragon Dance plus Attract user, and we want to solve that puzzle in the same way, so we want to make sure to kill this Carnivine with a male Pokemon. Alright, it baits Stunky. I'm dumb as fuck. Obviously it baits Stunky, but my point still stands. This is really awkward. It's so easy to ignore Explosion for the switch in AI, but yeah. What do I want to do here? So the only real answer is Chestnut, unfortunately. I could burn it with Chestnut and then just go to Sandslash to kill it. I think that's probably the safest line. And then Sandslash is our Shelgon counter anyway, so we actually just have it in position. We still kind of gotta hope that this isn't Boom, but just assume they do not Boom, right? A bit of chippage. Doesn't mean we take aftermath damage. I think it's probably fine. I leveled Sandslash to 28 here because I kind of assume that this is Sandslash's last fight on this split. 46. I'm actually faster. I'm not faster after D-Dance. Shit. Well, good luck. Okay. We are in trouble. We're definitely dead to crit. We are in fact slower. has 48 speed. I have a quick claw. None of my priority moves kill this. I could go to Arbok for the attack drop. It's worth noting that Dragon Dance only has 1 PP, so he can't Dragon Dance again. I think Arbok is a decent play. Yeah, it's faster. I think Arbok Crunch probably kills this. Yo, Sand Slash Arbok combo, we're like that, like a Rocket Bread or something, man. Okay, free. Assuming this kills. Nice. Okay. Hail fight time. I'm still a fan of Macargo opening on that fight, I think. I think it's pretty good. Bringing out Wormadam and... I think the thing that I did wrong last time I did Macargo opening is you need to bridge the gap somehow and you need to kill the Clefable, the Clefairy. But I think we can do that with Azu. So the team would be something like Macargo, Azu... Sea King, Bibarel. Oops. I mean, Dunsparce is probably pretty good, but we have to think about Kadabra. So realistically, I think it's just kind of a 1-for-1, right? Where like this kills Clefairy. And this probably kills Swinub. Swinub is a little bit more of an issue. You kind of just want to stat check that guy. I think we go Dunsparce, right? It's a little bit bulkier, but not by that much. But, there's no speed thresholds here that are being broken, and I think it's a 2-hit KO either way. I mean, like, I guess this will just kill, right? There's kind of not that much. What, oh, wait, we get Secret Power Sleep added effect with Dunsparce here. That's actually kind of massive if we encounter the fight in the grass. I think we just bring both. And just play it a little bit more flexible. And then we go last Mon has to handle Kadabra. And I think it's just Delcatty and time the switch in correctly. Like usually this Wormadam is being killed by like a Melodich or something. I don't really see a better option, so... I almost always do a Hail fight unless I see something really good for Rain. It just feels like Rain is like super doable if Dragonair starts attacking the Chansey. It just feels like, even though Hail has like 2 Pokemon that have Focus Band and Snow Cloak, and one that has Snow Cloak and Bright Powder, it feels like Triton and Neptune are actually more RNG dependent because you're so reliant. Because if the Dragonair ever starts like firing Dragon Rages into your side, you're stuck with it firing them forever, right? Because it just constantly sees lethal. So... yeah, I was wondering if like a good Azumarill can just kind of kill this Dragonair, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess we need more overlap with the with the card game communities, man. We gotta stop borrowing borrowing terms from like other unrelated communities, because it's probably the most related to us. There's one streamer on here who calls crits critical strikes. It's kind of beast. Wait a minute. They're cooking. Focus band for you, Bibarel. You're chosen. This is the band that signifies my favorite team member. You get it today. Good job. And then just like fire up some oran berries for this fight. Focus band is kind of ass in a hail fight, huh? Let's just go oran berry on everyone. And quick claw on chestnut. Quick claw is kind of better on dunce. I mean, quick claw on Dunsparce literally only matters if we're doing a Kadabra face off, right? So let's just do this. How many DPT on those glasses? I'm like a negative 3.5 Andy. But apparently the biggest problem for me is, I don't know what the term is in English, but like there's like a twist to the eye cylinder or whatever. There's like and apparently mine are like giga twisted. I feel like my optometrist said something about like 500 degrees, and I was like, how is that even possible? Doesn't it just loop back around?
CIAP to where?
He's off on a mission. Magic Con in Amsterdam, no. Okay. Got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Goat format recently, though. Dude, for my birthday, when I had my friends over, me and my friend I had like a 2-hour best of 3 Goat Control versus Chaos Turbo match. And it was so intense that like my other friends started gathering around us and like all got really invested. It was super sick. Okay. I lost, by the way. Didn't draw a single Trinity piece in game 3. What are you gonna do? Wait, no, I think on my last turn alive I top decked Delinquent Duo. Classic. Anyway.
Can you explain pre-sleep?
Yeah, so basically in Gen 3 and Gen 4, sleep turns are preserved between battles. What this means is that there is a maximum amount of turns that your Pokemon can be asleep at, which is 4, I believe. So in theory, if you applied sleep over and over to these Pokemon, had them attack 4 times in a row and they were still asleep, you would know that in the next fight, no matter what, they would wake up on the next turn. What this basically means is that the only thing that the sleep status does is block the incoming status, and this does 2 things. 1, you can switch in on status moves without getting statused, and 2, on the turn that you're first attacking, you're not baiting a status move from the opponent. And those are both very, very, very powerful tools to get a tempo advantage, as well as mitigate things like toxic spikes. Platinum Kaizo has an NPC that automatically applies a 4-turn sleep status, instant wake-up status to all of your Pokemon. Because the game is designed around it. Because that's just how hard the fights are. Alright, Cheryl, you and me.
Yo, it's Pickle.
Okay, I like leading with Chestnut on this fight because you can just take out the Snover and bait out the Wormadam, which gives a favorable matchup to your water types that you kind of want to use on this fight, because your water types are really good at dealing with the Clefairy side of the match, because the Snorunt and the Swinub in the back tend to lose to your bulky waters at this point. So removing the Snover and not bringing out the Kadabra is really good. Chestnut does exactly that. It kills the Snover. Fire Spin kills the Focus Sash, and it always baits Wormadam because Chansey also always baits Wormadam. And we get a Quick Lot proc. Not that it matters, like, at all, because of Focus Sash. W targeting. Nah, would like to see the targeting into Clefairy there, actually. Unless the Azumarill always kills, I guess in that case it doesn't matter. Chestnut getting put to sleep here is fine. We don't need it for the rest of the match, I don't think. But we avoid. That's actually, well, that's fine, right? Because we're pre-slept, so we don't care if this... We actually want this to sing on the switch in here, so it does less damage. And there's that Wormadam. The Wormadam's not ideal, right? It still does a lot of damage and stuff, but one of the nice things about the Wormadam too is, like, the most threatening Pokemon on this team is the Kadabra in the back behind this Wormadam, standing there threateningly, waiting to take us all out. One of the nice things about having this Wormadam out is it has Leech Life as its, like, highest damage move on most things, so it, like, stays healthy, so Cheryl never, like, sees lethal on it. So Cheryl doesn't, like, mess up our line, so we can clean up the Clefairy side before Kadabra ever comes out. That's kind of my general strategy for this fight. It's like Chestnut lead, then find a way to kill the Clefairy, have some bulky water types to deal with Snorunt and Swinub somehow, and then you kind of need something that takes out Wormadam, but your water types can sometimes do it, and then you need something that takes out Kadabra, and then you win. That's kind of my general approach to this fight. We don't get Switch AI here from Natural Cure AI from Cheryl. Don't freeze. I'm pre-slept, right? I'm fine. Nice. We are huge power Azumarill. We are unfortunately one attack Ivy. which matters a lot on a huge power Pokemon because huge power doubles your attack, but it doubles it after the IV stat gets added. So essentially your IV counts double. See if this kills. Nice, clean. Still no natural cure AI from Cheryl. And like the Wormadam isn't nothing, right? It still does a lot of damage into you. It's not like you just have a 1v1 with the other side, but Cheryl usually also does something and then also absorbs like moves for you from the Wormadam and stuff like that. So it kind of evens out to be almost that. The question here is, do we attack Swinub with Azumarill? I think we have to. Because if it's like, obviously if it's double targeting here, it's bad. We have Oranberry. But I think double targeting into a healthier Pokemon here is kind of the same position, right? Because we never got an attack off. Cheryl's going to not do anything for us this turn. It's possible Wormadam sees a kill into Chansey, actually, so maybe Azumarill is fine. The only thing is, if Swinub decides to attack into Azumarill, it will probably trap us with Sand Tomb, which can get ugly. The Swinub is Snow Cloak, so it can dodge in the hail, and it's got a Focus Band, so it can like randomly survive. It can get really fucking annoying if you're trapped with this for a while. It also does a fuck ton of damage. I believe Ice Ball is like Ice type single target Earthquake, basically. Where it's like, and it's also got like flinch and freeze chance, so it's just kind of like better Ice Fang, I think is how it works. I think it might also see kill into Chansey though. So I think we have a good shot at just kind of clicking Brick here, to be honest. Yeah, there's the Ice Ball into Chansey. We kind of don't want to see this kill, but it probably will. Okay, perfect. Oh my god. Wait, Cheryl, you're kind of cooking? Wait, is Ice Ball the one that's like disgustingly powerful? We hit through Snow Cloak. And we didn't hit Focus Band. Perfect. We have a huge advantage right now. We have so much power left in the back. Yeah, Ice Ball is 120-70 accuracy. Ignores accuracy check and hail. Okay. So it's just Ice type close combat with no downside. Got it. And this is so beautiful because Chansey, I think, is still baiting kill from Wormadam here. And maybe even from Snorunt. So we can actually continue to stay in. The only thing that's kind of worth thinking about now is XP management on Azumarill, because Azumarill can be pretty good on Terra Luna. Although the last couple times I used it wasn't very good. It could also be just good for the Fisherman to absorb some XP there. I don't really have a Grass type worth using, so it's worth thinking about. Taking a switch now. I think we can afford to. Let's just go to Bibarel. It also preserves our Oranberry, actually, which is like a little optimization. Not the best targeting, but it's fine. Snorunt also has a Focus Band, also has Snow Cloak. Melodic N, that's perfect. That's kind of what I want to help me kill the Wormadam later. And we're just going to Hyper Fang the Snorunt. Not very useful there, but it's fine. If it does, if we do miss here and it survives, it's useful. Nice. Okay, it doesn't even kill. Gives it another chance for Focus Band. Remember, it's Focus Band, not Focus Sash. Focus Sash is you always survive when it KO damage, you always survive lethal from full. Focus Band is whenever you take lethal damage, you have a 10% chance to survive on 1 HP. No matter what HP you're at. So Melodic was faster here. I kind of want to Quick Attack so that Wormadam takes full single target, I think. No Focus Band. Okay, that's fine. Yes, Focus Sash is consumed, Focus Band isn't. Focus Band can theoretically proc every single turn. Okay, and now we just need to... My only kind of reasonable answer to this Wormadam is unfortunately... Dalcatty with Fake Out, so we kind of have to time when Dalcatty comes in, so we have Fake Out online. We have to like switch Dalcatty in when Cheryl kills this, which is really hard to time. Although Mischievous burning this would be really fucking good for that purpose. So I wonder if that's the play that we want to go for. And then just kind of sit here with like a bulky Mon. Protect the Oranberry on Bibarel. Let's just switch and chill. Is this Lumberry? No, it's Bright Powder. Okay, so now there's a timer on this one. This definitely will die. It's kind of hard to time the... With Leech Life, I guess even with Burn it's kind of hard. But it's kind of hard to time when this actually goes down. Because of the Snow Cloak... Bright Powder combination. However, I think Mischievous has Magical Leaf, right? So we probably can actually do this here. So let's just... I don't think it's going to die this turn. I think it might die next turn. Let's just go to Dunsparce. The downside here is if I mess this up, I'm taking a bunch of chip damage on everyone. I don't know why I thought it would go for Magical Leaf. Oh, is this like exactly dead now? This is kind of not ideal, but we have full HP Dunsparce out. I think I can just leave that in on Kadabra if Wormadam happens to be dead here. I think it's close, right? Snow Cloaks and no hail damage. Okay, this is fine. Dunsparce is buffed. And I think Kadabra just sees lethal into Mischievous actually, right? So I think this is just checkmate. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Easy. Look at the grass imbued secret power there. Ooh, we actually get the sleep effect. We didn't kill. That's maybe my first time ever. I think that might be my first time ever inflicting secret power sleep on someone. I don't remember a single time ever doing that. This is guaranteed to sleep this turn. We win. We can distribute XP here if we want to, but there's no reason to. Yeah, in the grass, because Dunsparce is Serene Gray, secret power is 60% to put the enemy to sleep. That's actually kind of fucking insane. Wait, we're in the grass on the Gardenia fight. Hold on. Wait, Dunsparce as a Torterra answer? It's Lumberry. You just secret power it twice, bro. But I guess you just get roared. But there's also like just like value in removing the Lumberry then and stuff. I think there's tech here. You could even maybe use it for like Miltank or something. I feel like Dunsparce can do stuff on that fight. I feel like pre-sleep is overrated. I think that you would only say that if you don't play the game, or if you haven't played with both with and without pre-sleep. As someone who's done both, maybe more than anyone else, I can tell you it is fucking ridiculous. It's so unbelievably strong. Like, you have no idea the amount of advantage you generate over the course of just one fight with pre-sleep is crazy. Like, remember that tempo is like exponential, right? Like, losing one turn can often snowball into losing multiple turns off of having to play super defensively or whatever, or losing a Pokemon because you are not willing to give up the further tempo. It's pretty fucking insane. Okay. We have Insomnia Ariados for Terra Luna this time, which is really fucking nice. So that's like a pretty easy answer to who we're gonna lead with. I do feel like I need a mental reset here. I'll be right back. Okay, Terra Luna. I think it's pretty straightforward. We have a really powerful, maybe the best lead in the game with Insomnia Ariados. We can go 27 even. Just remember Scyther Pursuit. And I think you're chilling. I think the main thing to think about is how to navigate Destiny Bond. What is your HP count? Okay, perfect. So an Oranberry will actually make us survive 2 Dragon Rages. That's kind of nice. The broken thing about Insomnia Ariados is it's a 50-50 ability, so AI doesn't know that you have Insomnia, so they still can click sleep moves into you if they guess wrong. They basically guess 50-50 what your ability is every turn. Let's go... I think the main thing to figure out is Haunter counter, because you can go Chestnut for Scyther. I really like going late game Delcatty with Perzimberry for the Vibrava. You can do like disgusting stuff like Copycat Ice Punch if Hipini is out, which is kind of not uncommon. And then I think we want to figure out Meditite and Haunter, and then like some more power in the back with like Dunsparce or something. I think Fearow is decent. It switches into Omnius Wind. It kills Meditite. No Psychic type for the Meditite is really awkward. Yeah, the Meditite is worrying. You could go Arbok and Intimate, but then you're baiting Zenheba and you don't really have a switch in for it. Like you kind of have to... It's just so hard to switch into this high jump kick, right? You could, you could go Swalot and hope that you just kill it after Life Orb chip. It's not great. I'm thinking something like Swalot, Fearow, Dunsparce here. Dunsparce is kind of not great because it's so slow, so everything can like put it to sleep. The cool thing about Fearow is you can just outspeed a lot, like all the Hypnosis users and get an attack off for free. I think Fearow Swalot is good here. We can go 28 Swalot. Although Swalot is pretty good on gym trainers, but might want to go 27 there. We don't really get a... Dunsparce kind of just doesn't hit the things that you want it to hit here. I think Dunsparce is just bad. It does really well into Vibrava. It takes 2 Dragon Rages naturally. And probably does like a pretty crazy amount with Secret Power. You could even Glare. It's worth thinking about. And then you can use Delcatty a bit more flexibly. I think just in terms of being a stat block, Dunsparce is so nice here that I think I want it. It's just... It's such a narrow plan for Meditite. So we're thinking about Azumarill. It's kind of got less utility because it doesn't switch into Omnius Wind. But then again, Dunsparce doesn't really stay in on Haunter anyway. You have to pivot, right? So you have to like pivot Dunsparce into Swalot. And usually when you pivot once in this fight, you get rid of like all of your berries. I think this is the team though. I think the only other thing worth considering is maybe Arbok. Does this outspeed Haunter? It doesn't, right? This is 50 speed. Okay. It switches into Meditite and actually gets an Intim off, which is really nice. It's got Crunch for Haunter. But I think you don't want to bring too many poison types. Even just glaring the Haunter is really good. I think my main issue now is that like the only thing that can really hit Haunter is Fearow. Maybe it's used Dunsparce for Vibrava and actually don't bring Delcatty. Delcatty is so good in late game here, but I think Delcatty for Arbok looks good to me. And then you go Persimberry on Dunsparce and save it for endgame. We don't have to pre-sleep here because we get fully healed anyway. We go 28 on Swalot to give us a chance of just stat checking the Meditite away, I think. This looks pretty good to me. This opens up a lot of good lines. I like it. The biggest issue is I'm realizing I used 4 Chestos on Mars. We can definitely give up on using one on gym trainers, but we have Insomnia Ariados to account for that. I think the 2 Pokemon that really want the Chesto Berry are Swalot and Fearow. How close is Fearow to 27? Okay. I'll stay a bit conservative with the levels here because I think my gym trainers are going to be quite difficult. Yeah, I should just pre-sleep on Mars, I think. Like, this is just a really bad position. We go Quick Claw here and then Oran Berry on Arbok, and it's actually pretty important on Ariados to live 2 Dragon Rages, although we're using Leech Life, so it doesn't actually matter, but I think Oran Berry is still the item that makes the most sense. I think Ube is the new matcha. I don't know about other places, but Ube is not making a cultural splash here whatsoever. I'm pretty terrified of this fight because of the low chesto berry count, but... Alright. Goal here is usually to try to keep this Drowsy alive, but it's usually hard because Chansey does a lot of damage into it and has a lucky punch for a high crit rate. We're Insomnia Ariados, but AI doesn't actually know that. It guesses every turn which ability we are, so it can still use sleep moves into Ariados, giving us free turns. There we go. So now, after leech lifing this one, the question is, how do you play around Destiny Bond? Which I do think is a higher chance to be clicked. It's on half HP. I'm not really sure. Because I want to stay in. He can switch AI into Scyther. It's 1 and 3 to switch AI into Scyther. Because he moved first last turn and he has a Mon with a resistance to the move that I used that has a super effective move on the Pokemon that used it. The issue is I really can't play into Destiny Bond. I kind of need Cheryl to kill the Smeargle. What is Cheryl usually switching to here? It's either Mizzy or... I don't even know. I could Nightshade. It would hit Scythe. It would, like, cover both options, right? And we can get progress with Cheryl hopefully switching. Kind of tough. I think it's fine if nobody switches. Like Terra and Luna can't make a lot of progress here either. The worst case is like a Dragon Rage into Ariados. Okay. This is really good. This coming out early is quite nice. We don't have to worry about Pursuit, I don't think. I think it just sees kill with Aerial Ace here. No switch from Cheryl. We can go to Chestnut. We don't have Chestoberry. And Drowsy can Hypnosis this slot, I think. It's not great, but... Chestnut can sit on this position for a while. It is U-turn. That's not great. Scyther can come back now. Okay. Oh, Reflect being up with Meditite out is so bad. And I don't think Meditite sees kill, but Mischievous is going to do a lot of damage into Meditite. I think we just literally have to catch this high jump kick. I think it's an Arbok turn. And preserve the Chesto Berry on Swalot. This might just be a kill into Meditite. You're the goat, Cheryl. This is Haunter, I think, right? In both cases, and Haunter will see kill into Misdreavus. Ooh, I think I can just crunch the Haunter here. This is really good. This is really good. Drowsy's not doing the Salt Bay pose. This position is really good. Reflect is up, so Haunter isn't going to die, but we can get into kill range of other things like Leafeon. Haunter is always going for the kill on Mischievous, so we don't have to worry about Arbok getting hypnotized, and Drowsy is slower than Arbok, so we always get this crunch off. This is just a really good position. We make a lot of progress here. Omni Boost on Haunter would be bad. Nice. Oh my god, Arbok. She wants to be appreciated so bad. And the Drowsy didn't hypnotize. Holy fuck. Scyther back out. We're full HP. Don't have to worry about pursuit, I don't think. We could stay in. I think Scyther saw a kill into Chansey with U-turn last time. Because I'm pretty sure it saw kill into Ariados and it went for the Chansey attack. We could glare. Because if it doesn't see kill, there's actually a chance that this turn is pursuit. Let's see. Okay, so Scyther is Lumberry. What's the most tempo we can generate here? I kind of think switching to Chestnut here is bad, right? One, we're risking Pursuit on Arbok. Two, Drowsy can hypnotize into Arbok slot and we don't have Chesto Berry. I think ideally we get Arbok hypnotized here. We could glare the Drowsy, which could generate some free turns. But glaring the Scyther is also just good. Crunch is going to do a lot of damage. Like, we could actually get the Scyther into lethal range. It doesn't have a lot of defense. I think Crunch is probably the play. I think it's either Crunch into Scyther or Glare into Drowsy. I think it's never switch. I think let's just do damage. Okay, this might get us into pursuit range, unfortunately. Yeah, not even close, actually. Okay, chill. That's not good. Oh, that's really good, actually. Never mind. Oh my god. I don't think Scyther can pursuit me this turn. I think Chansey sees kill into it. I think I want Arbok to be put to sleep, though. I don't... It's kind of tough. Because... It's kind of tough. Because... If I kill the Scyther with Crunch now, Shadow Ball goes into Drowsy, assuming Cheryl sees kill. Which we kind of want to prevent. We want to keep the Drowsy healthy. I think it's actually Glare into Drowsy this turn. There's a okay, we could cover Scyther U-turn. It's only Smeargle in the back. Which I don't know if that dies to Crunch. I actually don't hate glaring the Scyther slot here in case of U-turn. Gives us way more control over Smeargle, right? I don't hate it. Are we dead to Dragon Rage? No. Well, that's bad, technically. Because if I crunch... I think it's never crunch the Scyther slot. I think it's either Glare to cover U-turn or Glare the Drowsy. I mean, Glare the Drowsy is guaranteed value, right? Let's go for that. The question is if it is U-turn, what do I do? Is that situation bad enough that it warrants... No, because I just go to Ariados, and then I just kind of let Cheryl handle the situation with... Let's Glare Drowsy. Okay, Brick broke. Let's hope Chansey actually sees this kill. Looking good. Nice. Okay. And now, okay, Arbok's overleveled, but we can use it for the rest of the fight. Hypnosis Miss is insane for us. And now Smeargle sees kill into Chansey and should Dragon Rage. It did just Trace Intimidate, which I didn't think about. I think it's always Glare Smeargle. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Arbok. Haquidnas is fucking cooking right now. I think it's another stay-in angle and just crunch. Is Leafeon faster than me? I don't think so, right? No. Defense drop too. This Arbok is going insane, man. Okay. Alright. Bit of a break now. Holy shit, dude. Arbok has generated so many turns. And we're gonna save the Oranberry too. It's never a sleep move. I think if I can, I want to do it with Ariados. This could be D-Bond from Smeargle, which wouldn't be great. I think I want to not switch in my Chesto-buried Pokemon to save them for gym trainers. If I can. I think it's Ariados. If it's Dragon Rage in my slot, that's ideal. Destiny Bond is a little awkward. Okay, that's perfect actually. Okay. And now Reflect drops exactly. We kill the Smeargle. Hopefully Drowsy doesn't set up another Reflect. Beautiful. And now we take this kill as well. Dude, Arbok value was absolutely fucking insane. Good wake up too. This is a stay in angle. Ancient Power is going to do like no damage. I think it's absorb some status. Yanma's going for the kill on Leafeon here. Holy damage. Melodic sees kill. This is where AI not knowing about Insomnia is bad because it can't hypnotize this slot. So I can't bring in Dunsparce early. I think it's just a Shadow Sneak. And then we have to think about it a little bit. But Melodic being out for Vibrava is also incredible. I don't think we want Ariados to get trapped by Vibrava. Is this a 3-mon Terra Luna so far? It is. Okay. We have to at some point bring in Dunsparce, I think. I think Melodic can bot out here, and then if a Brava traps us, it's kind of bad. I think Dunsparce switch is pretty good. I don't even know if this is Sand Tomb or Dragon Rage. If it's Dragon Rage, Fearow switch is really good because it guarantees no Supersonic on the switch because he'll have lethal with Dragon Rage. This is a super safe pivot. Yep. And now this option also guarantees no Supersonic. Basically, the only option that doesn't guarantee no Supersonic is Earth Power. Oh my god, Melodic dodge is the fucking Supersonic. Oh, it means Vibrava can Supersonic again, but... Okay, and then we just use Arbok for... it's really low. I think we use Gulpin for Clefable, right? Okay, I do think it's a switch. Unfortunately, we get an Icy Wind miss. This is beautiful. Dunsparce takes 2 of those. Easy. Cheryl, you've redeemed yourself from your last performance on this fight. That was incredible. Okay, now we just gotta reduce our chance to lose something valuable to Metronome. I think the best thing to do is to go to Swalot and hope that you catch a Follow Me with Encore. If this is Icy Wind from Melodic, we're actually just faster. Okay. Let's try it. Nice. We're safe. Okay. Deathless Forest. Deathless Gardenia split. So far. I think we're on par with best pace ever, right? Yep. Sick. I don't think I picked up Miracle Seed. We get our encounter now. We can think about it. I think I'm going to delay this until I'm in Interna City. Because there is still a possibility of me going for the honey tree. I don't know why I try to just get on my bike. Okay. We get Silver Wind, we get Silver Powder. Get a big tree. We only have 3 Pokemon left on the Honey Tree table, I think. I think... Let's think about this for a second. So, what do we actually need, right? Hold on. Oh, by the way, I saved every single berry during that fight. I didn't use a single one. 2 Chestos going into gym trainers is really good. It's like above par. Or below par, yeah. Okay. Let's talk Gardenia real quick. So it's going to be a standard Delcatty opening, and then the big question is, what do I do on Rotom? It kind of almost has to be Shiftry, right? My Fraud Sing strats kind of let me get away with more stuff if I get lucky, but that's kind of about it. I don't think I have a better option. Or at least I don't see it. Shiftry baits Roserade back, right? Yeah. So you kind of want to sack into the Rotom, to be honest. Like, even if you get advantage off of... This is so bad. I guess, like... You can't switch Fearoid on the Sludge Bomb there, right? This isn't like Gentle Nature or anything, is it? Hasty. Can I bait Petal Dance? Not really. I think I have to sack at that point. So it'd be like Bibarel. Sack, Revenge Kill with Fearow. And then the Melodic Answer goes here. Which I just don't have. And I can't even get Ludicolo if I'm using Shiftry. Wow, this box is actually really bad. And then how the fuck do I beat Torterra? I guess it has to be Wheezing. You think Swalot can do something? It's slower. So probably not. I kind of am not over the Dunsparce thing. Yeah. Like, Rage Candy Bar Dunsparce should go kind of fucking insane, no? Yeah. Yeah, the secret power basically comes with a free hypnosis when you think about it. Like, the chance for secret power to put to sleep from this is the same as hitting hypnosis. Is that not fucking insane? Oh, Hypnosis is 70 in this? Okay. It's 16 later gens though, right? Wait, the secondary effect is freeze on Snoruns? That's crazy. '70 specifically in Black Kaizo, okay. Okay, so this is where the melodic counter goes. So we have to take a turn of forest grass. Got it. So we want to see Shroomish, Paras, or Roselia. I feel like Ariados only works for Torterra if you're Intimidate, no? Okay, make sure to go daytime for Paras. Oops. Okay, C-Dot shouldn't be on this team, but I think we're unlikely to be chopped up here. Taking the Eterna Forest encounter because after consideration, I realized that the only thing this box is missing is, or the thing that this box is missing the most is a melodic answer. We want to see Roselia, Paras, or Shroomish. Maybe Wormadam is enough, man. Who knows? That's a dupe. That's a dupe. Let's go! I've been so excited to use this. This thing is bonkers. This thing is absolutely nuts. It gets and maintains the dry skin ability, which heals you on water moves. And you get Spore at level 34. Dry Skin Bug is notably not in this game, no. In Vanilla Gen 4, AI does never see Dry Skin as an ability that exists and will just use water moves into it if it's the highest damage. It's like the best ability in the game. That is patched out in Platinum Kaizo. So like Melodic could only use Hypnosis and then Hidden Power Grass into this, right? Until it sees kill with Icy Wind. So as long as you're guaranteeing no Icy Wind on the switch in, it should win. Because you're slower, so the only way it can Icy Wind is if it sees kill. You do have to like be careful about when to switch it in. Like ideally you want to switch in on a guaranteed water pulse, right? So you can heal off the rocks damage. Ooh, truffle fries. Okay, crab boscaiola. Truffle oil, portobello, gummies, mushroom. Come on. Really? Cordyceps. Shiitake. Oh, baguette is clever because of Paris. Roquefort. I like baguette a lot. When you think about it, this whole nickname Patreon thing is just me playing the make some noise, name this thing game with you guys. Ymir's best samurai impression, Peach Hell. I already did the other day. I don't know if I have it in me right now. Give me your best samurai impression. I remember as a kid, I loved Samurai Jack. I watched it so much. And I was trying to think the other day, does Samurai Jack speak? Or is he a silent protagonist? Because I don't remember him ever speak, but he must speak, right? Very infrequently. Very cool show, just stylistically, I think. I have no idea if it was good, though. I don't remember anything about it. Didn't they make, like, a sequel series in, like, the 2010s? I think I started watching it again as an adult, and I watched it for like 3 episodes, and I didn't fuck with it, but... Like, I think I saved that in my memory as like, okay, this was cool when I was a kid, but I don't think I can enjoy it anymore, but I don't remember anything about my rewatch even, so... Lonely Nature, that's minus defense plus attack. Not great, not terrible. At 3.5 Rentgen. Those are pretty good IVs though. We take that. This has good stats, like all around, pretty much. Like the ones where it's, I guess the only special defense is just bad. The bad attack IVs. Offset by the good nature. I mean, 28 speed IV kind of matters if you're 30 base. That's like 50% of your speed stat from IV there. Very interesting Pokemon. I'm very excited to use this. Immunity abilities are bonkers busted in Nuzlocke always. We have Dark-type Absorb, we have Megadorn, we have Aerialist, we have Stun Spore. We evolve at 24. We don't get any new moves. after this. We could teach Bullet Seed, obviously, but we're locked out of a physical grass move if we don't teach Bullet Seed TM until level 39, which is after Fantina split, so it's worth thinking about teaching this the Bullet Seed TM. Okay. Let's look at Fisherman. These fights are not to be underestimated, so let's lock in. Combi delays for Twin Needle. I like Dustock's lead on this fight a lot. Oh, I like that a lot. The problem is your bug poison types always bait Poliwag here. And it kind of fucks you. Parasect lead would be interesting, but I don't think you can outspeed Carvana. Tips for general team building when playing blind. Make sure you have no obvious weaknesses. Make sure Pokemon pivot well into each other's weaknesses. Make sure you, especially in double battles, but pretty much always make sure you have at least like some fast Pokemon that does damage, so you have comeback potential. And having at least one priority move is always really good. And at the beginning of a split, use your bad Pokemon first. Save XP on the good ones for later. Depends on the game that you're playing, though, because in some games, like Sacred Gold, for example, where you get infinite Protect TMs and infinite Leftovers really early, you just spam Protect and Leftovers on everyone. Something like Renplat, it's really good to fill your move slots out with stuff like Endure, which is kind of like a semi-Protect, plus something that can proc the infinite. Like, basically just evaluate the resources the game gives you, and then see if you maybe want to build like a stall team, because that's probably going to be the best if you're playing blind. Okay. You're so dumb, bro. So genuinely enjoy playing blind, doing it more for content. I've said this before, I'm in the really lucky position to where the thing that's most fun for me usually lines up with also being the best content, so if I wasn't genuinely enjoying this, I wouldn't be doing it. Because what the fuck would be the point of all of this, man? Like, okay. I mean, like, I've solved Dustock's lead on this fight before, right? We can probably just do it.
Favorite dropout show? For me, it's Gastronauts.
I like make some noise. Is this the like super high special attack dust tox, by the way? Because this might actually be able to kill the polywag. It's like mild 11. That could kill. I really think I have a different lead that makes sense here, right? We could do Parasect, I guess. What is Parasect baits? Let's check Parasect speed. But I don't think it outspeeds Carva. Do I even have a physical bug move on this? Brother, this guy stinks. .26 speed. It's way too slow. I guess like baiting guaranteed Carvana bounce is maybe not bad because you could go. I don't know, man. This Poliwag is actually such a fucking freak. And is not to be taken lightly. It's kind of really hard to find something that like switches into this and outspeeds and kills it. In my experience, although you could probably just go Delcatty. Yeah. Let's do Dustox lead into take the kill with Delcatty into baiting fucking I don't even know. I think it's a Wooper, right? Can go Parasect on that. Let's make sure that actually level. And that will bait Carvana bounce. But this time we have more of the fight solved, so we feel more chill about it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have great bounce switch-ins. I don't really trust Sandslash to kill this, I think.
Where Barack Obama dare spin in president.
That's what I'm saying. I guess you could like pivot, right? Or you just go to fucking Wheezing and you fucking nuke the guy from orbit. It's like so free. 27 Wheezing is like no problem here, by the way. Neither is 27 Delcatty. And then it's just Tentacool and just stat check it with Dunsparce, I suppose? Or do I look at a more interesting answer? We could do like Azu or something, but I think Dunsparce is just free. We have a slot open, so let's make sure that the Poliwag doesn't go completely crazy. Not really sure how we can do that. I mean, we just need something that's faster, right? Which is surprisingly hard to provide. After this guy belly drums, it's just kind of over. Let's go this guy. Okay, this seems pretty free to me. Let's pre-sleep. And, Silver Powder, Quick Claw. Oh, we get so many items now, actually. Let's go here. Where the fuck is my focus band? Here. Here. As well, Miracle Seed and Shell bell and silver powder. Okay. Looking good. All right. Think a monologue without TM HM is possible in Pokemon Blue. Yeah. Gen 1 is literally so easy. The AI is really dumb in that game. It just has like a 30% to click like random moves, like random status moves for like no reason. Like over lethal. Like... Let's get a little boost, maybe? Unlucky. I think the only reason I switched to Delcatty is getting hypnotized, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm slower. Oops. Oh, pre-burn Dustox here is actually like a decent idea. I am not dead to crit. I think I want to save a little bit of XP on Dustox. In case I want to bring it. I'm probably not bringing it to gym trainers though. Let's keep playing, I think. Let's just go here. Alright, Parasect, you're up. What is Parasect's special attack? 60. It's not even that bad. Nice. Oh yeah, this baits this, obviously. Over Carvano. That's fine, though. We go here. Oh my god. The damage? Yeah, that's your highest damage move, to be fair. Bang. You are clicking, like, I don't even know, but I think Wheezing just is your father. Is this, was like 19 crit damage? This can't kill me. I think we speed tie, right? Okay. Free. That's the easiest one though, I will say. This next one can be a real headache with the horsey. Why isn't there an option of switching after KO? Because Hardcore Nuzlocks are always played on set mode. I was thinking of... Oh, wait, I actually shouldn't reveal this idea for a video. Wait, let me actually just write this down so I don't forget. Wait, this is a really good idea. Hold on. I think if I need a break from Plat Kaizo, I'll do this on stream. Okay, Shalelos in the lead on this one. Wait, how many characters is this sentence? Character counter. 53. Fuck. And we can shorten it. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Okay. How are we killing the Shellos? Oh, surprising! It's surprisingly hard to kill this thing. I guess we could do Nuzleaf, maybe. We get Giga Drain. If that kills, which it might not, because it is just a fucking Nuzleaf with a base special attack of drumroll, please. Get in your guesses now. 60. It's the same as Parasect, actually, so we could just use Parasect here. Oh, Parasect actually is so nice on this fight. Hold on. Can you go infinite on this horsey with Parasect? No, because you have to switch something into Dragon Rage, obviously. What is like my biggest just neutral attack on this Shellos? I think like Bibarel lead is kind of nice actually. Oh man, this box does not like the Scoldine, huh? This box doesn't like this trainer at all. My defensive options are really bad this run. It's basically all Chestnut. I think I'm going to want to Rock Smash in Eterna City, maybe. See the launch of the Nuzlocke GG? Yeah, I submitted one of my runs. It was pretty fun. How the fuck do you beat this Goldeen with this box? Wheezing? I think Wheezing takes a milli from Double Edge, right? I think it's a Zoomeril, maybe. It's not fast enough, though. I think you're just staying with Bibs if you kill the Shellos. I think that's the play. You can also pivot Chestnut. XP is looking quite alright. You could like pivot Chestnut into Dunsparce is too slow, right? I mean, like, Rain is probably going to be up anyway. I guess he could go Caestus, but you're not doing that much damage. Caestus into, like, Wheezing or something, I think works. And then, no good water types here is actually so criminal. Hold on. What the fuck does this bait? I think Barboach? Pretty sure it's Barboach. Which is fine-ish. Because, like, it's just not very good Pokemon. You just go seize this and you fucking kill him. Are you faster after he Dragon Dances? Nope. That's fine. We got, like, Aqua Jet and shit. And then it's Dratini, I think. Which also doesn't love. So Super Slamma actually destroys this Horsey. Holy shit. What a fantastic counter. And then what are we doing on Dratini? I think you just go Sand Slash. I think Sand Slash beats the Dratini, right? Like, non-stab Aqua Jet is just not going to do a lot of damage. I think this is the team. Does Simple ever fuck me up here? I don't think so. Okay. It's a good thing to check if you're bringing Bibs. I think I like the Quick Claw here, the Shell Bell here. Actually I like the Focus Band here. I like the Shell Bell here. Rest doesn't really matter. We have like 1,000,000 Oran Berries left. Might as well get Valley out of them, I guess. Parasect surprisingly does not make it on this team. Have any of you actually accidentally done this one as a double, by the way? Was it a nightmare? We have to be a little bit careful about Bibarel XP. Little flinch action here. I forgot to pre-sleep, but I think it's like this is one of the fights where it literally almost doesn't matter. This could have yawned me, so it mattered there. No, Rain is really nice. And then the Barboach can bounce para you, and I think those are the only two ways in which not having pre-sleep here matters. The question is, how can we prevent this from happening so much that I forget to pre-sleep? Like, what habit can I make? I just have to, like, link it to another habit that I have, which I guess is equipping my items. How do I do that link? I think I just have to do it, like, 10 times and then it's okay. I think it's almost a thing where, like, I have to equip my items in the bed or something. Like, I have to think about it that, like, the bed is where you go to equip the items, right? Dude, the taking off items after a fight thing is a habit that I built during Drayana Gauntlet. It was actually really cool because you could see in action as I built that habit. And now I just do it every time. It's pretty inspiring, don't you think? Anyway, do I stay in here? I don't have to. I can try to flinch this once I'm faster. I think I might not be dead to crit, to be honest. Okay, now we can just quick attack. I think the XP is fine. Every time you pre-sleep, you have a cigarette. God damn it. Let me just sanity check my XP. Goldine gives 522. That's a lot. Yeah, we should be fine though. Bibarel is kind of a monster, man. This does bait Barbuch. Okay. Now XP is getting a little tight. I think I want to switch here. This should be clicking Dragon Dance, I guess. Let's just go to Caesars and fuck this guy up. .60 base power dig. If this had Earthquake, this thing might actually like be a bit of a threat, but even at that. I think it's a speed up angle from here, to be honest. I think this is... No, this is not stay in. Rain is up, right? Maybe it is a stay in angle. Let's be careful about Lychee Berry stuff here, but I mean, we're just faster. We're Swift Swim. Oh, beautiful. That's not even Lychee Berry range. Okay, we should be safe, I think. And I think Azumarill just fucks this guy up completely, right? Super Slammer. Okay. One more fight before Eterna. The game music all the time get tiring? A little bit. I mean, that's why I usually play my own music. Okay, I'm putting my items in the bed, and I have to get them there later. Finneon. What is like the actual W answer for this card? Because I feel like if Rain is up when Delcatty comes in, you can still die to Swords Dance into Aqua Jet crit, right? Isn't that a thing? Like, what's the secret sauce here that I'm missing? This Chinchu is also like not a joke.
SpongeBob.
You're telling me. What is Delcatty lead bait? It's Chinchu, right?
How did Terraluna go?
Deathless Arbok clutched the fuck up. And I got really lucky. The Drowsy like threw super hard. Do we have something that we think can actually kill this Finneon? I don't think so, man. I think Magpie Thunder Punch does it, actually. Not what I'm supposed to be looking at. Fine Bob. 49.56. Weasel is 55.35. Probably not. I think it's Delcatty. That baits either Thunder or Confuse Ray from Chinchu, or Rain Dance, to be honest. Oh wait, Parasect fucks this guy, no? Holy. Like, you can just pivot Sand Slash and just go infinite on this guy, right? Okay, sick. That gets us Mantike Air Cutter. We might even be able to time it with Rain running out if we're, like, gamers. And that's where the Magby comes in, man. And you Thunder Punch the Mantike and the Remoraid back to back. Does the Remoraid die? Absolutely. Right? Yeah. And then we actually have guaranteed no Rain Up. I guess unless Mantike doesn't see kill into Parasect, which is possible. That would actually fuck us, but I think it's probably fine. Oh wait, you're right. This is Remoraid, so you just fucking kill it. I mean, that's fine. Okay, and then we're looking at Krabby. Which, I mean, I guess is just back to Delcatty, right? It's pretty unlikely that Rain is up at that point, and then you just win. What is the Krabby insurance policy? It's like pivot between Chestnut and Parasect or some shit like that. Maybe like Wheezing is in there or something. Yeah. Okay, this looks like a fun fight. And oh, I didn't get my items from the bed. Hold on. There we go. Plume Bob doesn't need an item, but we'll go Oranberry. He's getting used in the absolute worst case anyway. Okay, there we go. Okay. We got limited prisms, so I don't want to use it. Plus, I can just infinitely switch. Don't mind me, just waiting for a catch to swim by. Got one.
Wait. If Dragapult is pregnant, that means Dragalge. My man, cool face emoji.
Shut up. I think we go Sand Slash first. Here on the brine. We're dry skin. We stay in, we Mega Drain the dude. Is it worth it to stun spore this? I think so. I guess I could die to confusion self hits actually. Okay, so this should always be thunder, so we go back to Sand Slash. And now it's Brine or Confuse Ray. We go to Parasect. Okay. Back here. We have to track Thunder PP. We have to do this for a while anyway. Because we have to wait out rain turns. But Parasect is also just getting healed by rain now. He just doesn't want to click Brine, huh? How much PP is Confuse Ray compared to Thunder? I think both are 10, right? Yeah. I kind of haven't been counting. I think I just kind of want to attack now. Okay, we take like no damage. Killing with crit there is actually not great. We do want to wait out the rain turns. This getting paralyzed is completely fine, I think. Okay, rain is up. We just want to kill this now. Bait in this guy. Hope that he doesn't rain dance here. Nice. Oh my god, it was a crit. And we just kill with Thunder Punch. And this should be quick. This should be Aqua Jet from Krabby actually seeing kill. We go here. No Swords Dance. We fake out to break the sash. Hyper Voice and GG. Welcome to Eterna City. That was clean as fuck, man. We're already seeing the value of Parasect. Like, the potential here is really high. Okay. I'm always using my Evo Stone on Parasect. So I think there's no point in getting grass or fishing in Eterna City. I think this is always a rock smashing counter. I need more defensive options besides Chestnut anyway, so I think it's just good. To rock smash here, unless I see, is there something in Eterna City that I would like that doesn't require a stone? I mean, we could get Glameow or Meowth, which would what the fuck are these recommendations? Am I logged into the wrong account or something? Member variables and local variables in C# 3 views. DeepSeek review. I tested the AI that shook the world 3 views. Top of the recommendation. What the fuck? All right, let's try a new set from the recommendation algorithm. 94 views, 1 hour techno performance, 146 BPM hard groove. Sounds good. Let's run it. Okay. There is not much I want from this list here. Glameow and Meowth are interesting because they provide us with a pseudo Rotom answer that is okay to get that is better to get sacked and doesn't require an Evo stone. So I'm actually kind of interested in that. However, did I bring my sunstone? Never talk to me or my sunstone ever again. I did. Okay. So Gloom would be okay. Weeping Bell would be a complete miss. Roselia would be, I would say, a complete miss. Nuzleaf would be a dupe, and then Ivysaur would be great. Bayleaf would be great. Lombre I would call a miss. Cacnea doesn't need Leaf Stone. I don't hate this. I feel like on average I just improve my Gardenia here. And it means I don't have to, sometimes it means I don't have to commit an Evo Stone. The only thing is, like, this box really wants another rock type, and I'm not getting one before, honestly, I mean, after the Mothim trainer, really. And who knows, maybe I want to fish for Tentacruel there. I could Rock Smash on 211, but this box also really desperately needs a Psychic type. So I'm always getting the encounter here. Let's get this one first, maybe. It's a little suspicious right now. Like, realistically, what do I even... Because Machop, Geodude, and Lediba are all misses. I mean, Aeron would be nice, or Bonsly. Shuckle would be fantastic. It's like a 50-50. Get something that I want from Rock Smash. That's pretty good. But that's really only improving my Fantina split a little bit. How is my box looking for a hideout? It's like alright. We don't have Shield Dustox. We don't have Ninetales. We don't have Xatu. I'm not gonna lie, we don't have Brawn. Like, how do I even kill, like, anything? I'll be honest, this is not great, but I think none of the Rock Smash guys help in the parts where I'm weak, so... Yeah, like, I think the box... Look, this is kind of a face. You see this? Paradolia? Eyes, nose, mouth. Maybe we can make it smile? Nah, that looks worse. Anyway. Okay. I think, shift it over one. Oh, wait. You're cooking. Hold on. Like 20 people in chat just learned that you can select Pokemon this way in Gen 3 and Gen 4. Oh no, but then it just... Well, that kind of works. What the fuck are we doing? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think the rock smashing is a good idea. I think we should take grass in both. And there's no reason to do any order over any other order. So let's remember to buy nest balls, though, and put, like, good Pokemon on this team. Time of day doesn't matter around here. Let's get the XP share. And nest balls. Who the fuck am I trading for Nomu, by the way? Dragon Scale Tech. Oh, I don't think I kept like anyone under 24, no, except for Starly. GG. Trade the Seedot if you get a Rotom answer. Is it? It cannot be that bad. It's a fucking dark type, man. Okay, time of day doesn't matter here. Okay. This could be our pseudo Rotom answer now. What was this again? Was this Trout? Trout, right?
Mix.
Okay, give me a good psychic type. It's like the 7th time I've gotten this Gallade. I'm like still not excited about it. Oh wait, this is as Curlia though. This gets better moves now, right? Okay, get all my Sing Misses out of the way here. Hold on. This has triple Axle. Let's just throw some nest balls, man. Have we had this on this nickname theme? This was Salt, right? Yeah. Okay, I've never gotten this as Curlia. I think it gets a better moveset this way. As a Gallade. It gets triple Axle, Blaze Kick for coverage. And then you get Zen Headbutt at 28. And then Cross Chop when you evolve. Okay, not exactly what I was looking for, but it's kind of like the lowest end of the stuff that was possible from what I was looking for, which was an alternative Rotom answer and a Psychic type. Oh god fucking damn it, man. It's never not gonna be funny. Wait, we pause the music to make the transition more believable. We got a minute left, guys. Another riskless fight. I mean, what can I say, guys? It's just too easy for me. It's just too easy for a guy like me. Just hit like 4 things in a row. It's fine. Okay. Let's check IVs.
Greatest Nuzlocke of all time, still deathless against Cynthia.
This is a minus attack cat. Fuck me. Oh, I can't use this, man. It's max physical defense, by the way. I cannot use this for Rodom. Yeah, this is Nomu, I think. Plus speed Gallade is nice. Okay. Yeah, this trade's for Nomu. I don't have to do it right now. I don't need the charcoal for anything. My fire type situation is actually pretty good, even though I don't have Ninetales. I think this is looking okay, all things considered. And I'm excited to try out Shiftry for once. To confirm that it's just as bad as people are saying, I guess. Oh yeah, moveset for Curlia, sure. It's Pedal Dance, Blaze Kick, Triple Axle, Confusion. Blaze Kick is 100 base power. This thing is kind of really good. If all triple axles hit, it's 20, 40, 60. It's 120? Okay. No, this does not beat Torterra. Corellia has 35 base attack. Okay. I'm done for tonight. Gotta stick to my stop streaming time a little bit more. Hoping for a more productive day tomorrow. A Reddit review tomorrow. Get your Reddit posts in, everybody. Reddit review tomorrow. Luke mission is on Candace split, but we raided him the other day. We will raid Snomunism. It is an actual real-life Snom playing a Nuzlocke. Isn't that crazy? They're in the early game grinder. Attempt 131. Go show them your support and your love, and give them some genuine appreciation for their infinite mental. And help them climb out of the blender. We might get out. We need like one more stream of focused fights to get out of the blender. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.